um, all right, great. Sorry for this little pause. So I am expecting a guest on this program around 4:30. So I just needed to make sure that things are a go on my end, and to be able to welcome that special person on this program. So I'm great. Today is May 7th. So this is UCU's first Saturday in the month of May. And I'm Shelima Edwards broadcasting here. So let's see what we're going to do here. I this off for now. Okay, everything is a-okay. Please go on our YouTube channel, please. UCU Umoja Caribbean Union. And actually, I'm going to see if I could get that posted on our Facebook page. Our Facebook page is Umoja Caribbean Union Inc. And the YouTube letters UCU Umoja, which is spelled UMOJA. Okay. Caribbean Union. That is the YouTube page, our channel on YouTube. So as I speak, I'm gonna get this month's newspaper in my hand, so at least I can share some of the information that is on it. But definitely, please stay tuned to our Facebook page, in which it will be um, uploaded there, so you could get a copy of this month's newspaper. So the file will be uploaded on Umoja Caribbean Union Inc. Departments group page. Later on this evening, it will be on our website at www.ucu.webs.com. Okay, so tune in. But as I said, I'm going to just give you a little idea as to what's in there. Um, as one would say, it's hot off the press. Okay, so it's being printed right now in the newspaper. So I will have that in my hand short. Our email address is umojacaribbeanunion@gmail.com. This broadcast comes on Saturdays, 4 to 5 o'clock p.m. Atlantic Standard Time. So definitely please be sure to have us on your timer or your alarm, okay? That when it comes Saturday, you will be tuned into this broadcast 4 to 5 p.m. And I think that is it regarding the hot on the press. I will provide the updates to share with you. Definitely bigging up our supporters, those who run ads in our newspaper. Our monthly newspaper is published on the in once a month. Okay, the ads for the businesses and organizations, their ads are published on the first of the month. So that has been already put out there at various platforms that are out there on Facebook, for example. So if you are tuned into the Virgin Islands, the major groups, you should see that. It's also posted on our Facebook main page, Umoja Caribbean Union Inc. And then it's also posted on our Kwanzaa Everyday group. So you will see who the businesses, organizations are newspaper. Okay, as far as the newspaper itself, it is going to be published this evening. So let me go and get it right now, so at least I could share what's in there. All right. So let me also say, Water Current is a local domestic nonprofit organization, and we are based on the island of St. Croix in the Virgin Islands of the United States. Our focus is education, training, employment, representation, and investments. And this year's focus is developing a healthy workforce. And as such, there are things that will be tied to what we focus on: training, employment representation, and investments. The first page, it says, memories don't live like people do. Are you willing to remember you? Ooh, that might be a little spooky for some people, right? It's like, oh my gosh, I don't want to remember, so and so. But sometimes we have to, so that we won't repeat any past doings that wasn't helpful, right? So we have to be aware of what happened in the past, and also, look at the past of what great things may have happened. First question asked is, how far back can you go in your memory bank? So that's the first page of the newspaper, May's newspaper. So let me just dive straight into our ads. Because of time situation, I don't want us to um, miss the opportunity of having a special guest on today, okay? So, giving thanks to Royal Divine so much for her continued support. And Royal Divine mental wellness Mary, aka Aishiba, and she focuses on all ages pertaining to domestic violence, anger management, communication, mental health, parenting, self esteem, behavioral. So, in all those areas, and again, all ages, she will assist you. As stated, a quote, always expect great possibilities, for it is up to you with the assistance of others to create your destiny. So, with her assistance, you can definitely expect great possibilities. Please reach out to her. Phone number 757-344-4275. Again, her phone number is 757-344-4275. Email address is empressaishiba@gmail.com. Again, her email address is empressaishiba@gmail.com. Aishiba is coming from the Royal Divine Solutions. So, hey, with all the problems that we have, there are many solutions to those problems, okay? So, we just need to know that. And again, I said, do you remember there are solutions to those problems? Tap in and know that. Okay. Let me see if I can share this here quickly. Next is the Ethiopian World Federation, Local 5, located at 53 King Street, Frederiksted. That's right, in the town of Frederiksted, Freedom City. That's where we be. And this is where the Ethiopian World Federation is located at. Okay, so the stores, yes, there are new hours and days, so it has extended. People, we have to progress. And this is what's happening with the Ethiopian World Federation Local 5. So store opens Tuesdays through Saturday. Yes, Tuesday through Saturday, starting at 11 a.m. Okay. And on Sundays, opens at 12. Store opens Tuesday through Saturday at 11 a.m. And then on Sunday, 12 noon. Please visit the Ethiopian World Federation on Facebook at TEWFL5, okay? And you have to put the number 5. Don't spell out 5, just the number 5. So easy way to get it again. When you go on Facebook, put the at sign and the following letters, then number 5, okay? TEWFL5. All right. I tell Trinity where health is wealth, providing natural foods, natural drinks, and yes, he is there. That's Nigos. Okay, Nigos. Yo, that's a powerful name. And maybe in due time, not only in due time, it's going to be revealed to you. Okay. So I'm excited with this month's newspaper because there's new information and it is our time to know. All right. What is going on, where it's happening, and what needs to get up to us to know and be willing, okay, to get that information so that we will no longer be fooled. All right. So, ITIL Trinity, back to ITIL Trinity. Please call the number 340-772-1414 and ask for niggas. Let him know that, hey, I'm hungry and I want some drinks, okay? And he'll let you know what he has available. Let me see. Next is Alma's. Alma's, located at 53A King Street, and actually to the Ethiopian World Federation, all right? Where you will find oil, shea, and cocoa butter, natural deodorants, toothpaste, herbs, incenses, teas, and much more. So check out Alma's. Oh, yes. So got a little update here from A&L Professional Billards. A&L Professional Billards is located at 145 VI Corpland St. Croix. And hours Monday, let me see, Monday and Tuesday, okay, they are closed. And Wednesday, starting at 5 p.m. to 12 a.m. Wednesday is karaoke night. Want y'all to know that it's karaoke night. And let me see, regular days Thursday and Friday, 5 p.m. to 12 a.m. as well. And then, let me see, the first and third Saturday is bingo night. You see, so I'm telling y'all right now, you have to mark these dates because if you don't know what's going on, and some fun things to do with your family and or friends. So please check out the schedule for A&L Professional Billers. And actually, it's going to be, as I said, the newspaper will have the information, new information, so that you could be aware of. Um, it's the number one spot on island to shoot pool, food, drinks, and more. So please contact 340-220-5133, Facebook and Instagram, STX Billards. That's BILLIARDS. All right. Go out and have fun at it. Absolutely, absolutely. Let me see what else. Be sure, wherever you are, please be sure to share this broadcast wherever you are. Okay, so I'm sharing this in several my groups, the groups I'm in, and I hope you also do the same. All right. So Yeah, I think I have it on my personal page. My personal page is Shalima Edwards, to make sure it's on there. Okay, it is on there, and I definitely encourage you, okay, to please sign on to our YouTube um, channel so that you can see the guests. Okay, so let me pay attention to the time because let me tell you something. All right, no more talking about what's going on besides that my guest will be coming on very soon. So let me continue. A Better Day LLC will help you feel better, okay, so you can do better. Located upstairs in the Beeston Hill Gym, um, your one-stop shop for healthy meals, meal prep, cold prep, cleanses, and much more. All right. And they now offer delivery. Say what? Listen, go and check out A Better Day LLC. They're stepping up. You can text not text this, let me see. Okay. Phone number is 340-778-8888. All right. So all of those are eights. The 77 and the rest numbers are eight. The area code, of course, is 340 right here in the VI. Extension 3. Located upstairs in the gym, now offering delivery, as I stated. So Dr. Micah McIntosh has a diverse educational background in modern medicine. Let me just get this up here. Modern medicine, alternative healthcare, and business, with a mission to serve the Virgin Islands diaspora by making the origins of chronic illness easy to understand. Healthy choices, easy to make, healthy food easy to access, and creating sustainable systems to carry our health and economic transformation into the future. She does so through her company, A Better Day LLC, and its subsidiaries, sexsciencespirituality.com, which is an online health and lifestyle platform, and Food for Thought Village Farms, which is a non-profit website, www.abetterDayLLC.com. So I am so listen. I love to see progress, okay, in people, in businesses. So big up, A Better Day LLC with Dr. Micah. Kemet's Garden, specializing in detail garden and lawn care services. Not only that, but providing organic chlorophyll juice. So please contact Kemet at 925-326-8255. Again, 326-8255. That's Kemet's Garden. Next is Dominica Cargo Services, serving the Virgin Islands for over 20 years. They do ship packages from the Virgin Islands to Dominica and St. Lucia, so no job is too big or too small. So for further information, please feel free to contact Dominica Cargo Services at any of the following phone numbers or locations. On St. Croix, next to Marketplace, is 340-244-8562. Again, 340-244-8562. St. Thomas at Smith Bay, phone number 340-201-9366. So Dominica Cargo Services. I'm missing. All right. And Queen Bee's Grocery and Restaurant. Okay, it's not just groceries, but for fresh, local, and down island produce. Okay, hard to find goodies such as cocoa, spice, nutmegs, arrowroot, chichimar, snake oils, iodex, castor oil, worm medicine, fire balsam, red. So you want to check out Queen Bee's Restaurant, all right, providing breakfast and lunch, sandwiches and ice creams. Okay, so I know y'all who love ice creams, you go crazy for ice cream. Well, she has ice cream. Okay, the queen of the bees have ice cream. So open Monday through Saturday. Okay, except Tuesday. Tuesday, Queen Bees is closed. So please contact 340-226-8255. 3795. Become a regular customer, and let me tell you something, they will accommodate you. They will love you, okay? Just you have to show that love. Go out there at Queen Bee's Grocery and Restaurant, located at the top of Williams Delight. It is the two-story pinkish building, peach-looking building, all right? Thank you, Queen Bees. Let me see. Last but not least, it's not last actually. I have to big up our supporters. We have a new page there. Financial coach for you. If you are in need of credit repair, you definitely want to check out FC for you. The website is www.fc, the number 4u, the number 1 stop shop.com. Okay, so please visit that website, get your credit in. You could extend or be able to extend your reach for funds, okay? But you need to do what you got to do, and that is why Financial Coach for You is there. So please reach out to Financial Coach for You. Okay, as stated, and let me just do a little quick plug-in over here. We have a new page, and that new page, we got a couple of new pages, supporters and activities. So I definitely want to big up these three in particular for definitely accepting to support our initiative this year. All right, so I have to give thanks to ITEL in Paradise. ITEL in Paradise is located in Christiansted, serving vegetarian meals. Okay, so in Paradise, phone number 340-713-4825. Again, ITEL in Paradise, 340-713-4825. Also, thanking Alkibulan Empress Sounds, okay, and they are on Instagram at Empress_Sounds, and they also play at some Sundays at Serenity's Nest and some Sundays at the Ethiopian World Federation. So that you visit their Instagram so that you can get the update as to where they will be playing on Sunday. Okay. And then again, big up to A&L Professional Billiards, doing it twice, supporting this initiative, the number 1 spot on Island to Shoot Pool. Visit on Facebook and Instagram, STX Billiards. And is the phone number included in this one? Yes, 340-220-5133. Whew. To become a supporter, packages are on our website, webs.com, or request a package by emailing umojacaribbeanunion@gmail.com. Reserve and respond, okay? Because we're having Freedom Fridays, the last Friday, where music, poetry, food, and more. And yes, Alcubalon Sound will provide music on the last Friday of the month. Nature remedies. So these are things that's going to be happening, okay? Nature remedies and air, using air, water, fire, earth, which is land, the ground, movies, showings or webinar problems such as in the area of relationships, health, wealth, and Umoja Unity Festival will be happening in December. So for updates, tune into UCU Umoja Caribbean Union on YouTube, or Saturdays 4 to 5 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time. Now, oh my goodness. I said the next page is hidden truths, which are no longer hidden because you asked this question: who am I? Now I'm going to dive right in because I do see my special guest is there, and he is one of the authors of the page that we have. It's a new page, but his book, Meditation Across the King's River, is available, and it is promoted as a book that one should read. So without further delay, I'm going to get him on. Okay, I'm going to do this. Let's see if I get this good. Display. Okay. All right, so we're going to make this happen, okay? Let me see. What do I have to do here? Okay, studio. I need to get you on. How am I going to get you on? Okay. I'm seeing you. So
Yes,
you
good
should be.
day. Yes, how are you?
Okay, I'm grateful. I'm very grateful. Welcome. I just mentioned, I don't know if you heard it, but I just mentioned that your book is also promoted in our newspaper and encouraging ones to definitely get your book. Mr. James Weeks.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's good to be in communication with, my VI people, my Caribbean people. Yeah, so good to be on your program.
So we have about 25, 26 minutes, but I do want to thank you for I haven't dived in completely because I really am looking to have probably create a book club or something so that in reading it's not just me taking this in, but I browsed through and actually saw an interview that you gave regarding this book, and it was very interesting with what you stated as far as some of the commentary saying that well they didn't expect that you would put that particular subject in this book. Do you remember that
Hmm. Yes, I do. Yes.
interview
Yes, I
in which you
remember that.
mentioned that?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so without further delay, please let the people know who you are and dive into why this book.
All right. Well, for those who don't know, my name is James Weeks. So I'm from Frederickstead, St. Croix. Originally, that's my home. Elementary school, high school. I went to UVI there. So I'm the author of the book Meditations Across the Kings River, African Inspired Wisdom for Life's Journey. I'm also the producer of the upcoming documentary film project, Across the Kings River, finding and fulfilling your life's purpose. To learn, I'm also a spiritual and financial coach. To learn more about my work, you can visit the website acrossthekingsriver.com. This book, Meditations Across the Kings River, it's really a collection of affirmation and inspiration and essays that were inspired by my journey throughout the Caribbean and West Africa as as a priest in one of the sacred African spiritual traditions known as Ifa. So it's a collection of essays as well as affirmations. I touch on a wide variety of themes, including I even tap into some elements of Virgin Islands Caribbean culture, history, and cuisine, as well as sacred African traditions. And so, what Shalima was referring to is that when I wrote the book, I included a chapter on finance, how to balance um, the necessity of balancing spiritual growth and economic growth, financial understanding. And I felt it was important to include this in the book for many reasons. And one, so many of our people are struggling and stay struggling. So we're really far behind. We're like light years behind other communities when it comes to understanding wealth creation and creating generational wealth. And so when I wrote the book, there were some people who said, well, we don't see why this was in the book. Maybe this should not have been in the book. We understand the rest of the book, but we don't see why are you touching on this? So the reason why we are touching on this is there's so many statistics that are alarming. So one of them was a study by it's called the Institute of Policy now, I believe, which states that, for example, by the year 2053, the average, for example, African American will have a net income of $0, zero wealth, and so it's a study called the Road to Zero Wealth. Um, Now, when this study came out, this was actually before the pandemic, but now because of the pandemic, they expect like a lot more of us to go to zero wealth before then. And so it's just very important to have wealth conversations, financial conversations, and to dedicate ourselves to having this understanding. Why? Because so many people are struggling, and it's especially bad for women. Women tend to be. There's a mentor of mine. Her name is Dr. Jewel Tankard. She has a book called The Millionaire's Mind, and there's a statistic that's very alarming. She says that most women are like one paycheck or one man away from being bankrupt. And this is not good, right? And so a lot has to shift. Some of the things that have to shift is just the conversations we tell ourselves about finance or wealth. And some of us have it in our head that, well, we don't need to know these things. These things don't matter. We're just going to like somehow manifest improvement without having this type of knowledge. And that's usually not the case. What tends to end up happening for most people is they struggle day after day, year after year, decade after decade. And so it's time for that to shift. Yes. Mhm.
Okay, just got a little broke up there, but most of what you said was heard.
Okay.
Was heard. But definitely, I will attest as far as some people don't see the need to even discuss um, building wealth. Okay, I would say that like within family, they don't encourage like their children, in that discussion. And I see it where it's like, especially some small businesses, they may not really embrace their children to learn the business. They would more so go get an education and go get a job out there instead of like let's build within our family. And I think if they knew the importance of, hey, we can actually grow our wealth within our family, having that mentality to do so is important.
Well, absolutely. And so I can remember, like, even to be honest, growing up on St. Croix, just growing up, the whole emphasis, like you said, was on getting jobs. And so the whole idea of business, it didn't come up really for us as something to actively pursue. And so I just remember, to be honest, I'm almost embarrassed to say this, but I remember, like, as a child, I would see on St. Croix, these Arab, come around selling merchandise. And because as a child, I didn't understand the importance of business. Here I was feeling sorry for them. Oh my goodness, they have to sell these things in order to survive. I feel embarrassed to say this, but look at where they are today. Look at the stores that they own, the gas stations that they own versus what we own. And well, is they saw the importance and the need of that. And then, like, to your point, is, well, they educate their children and to, like, well, no, you're going into the family business. This is what you're doing, right? I mean, yeah, you may get an education, but you're getting that education and you're coming back and you're going to work in the family business. So there has to be more, like you said, conversations around business, understanding business, not just going into business, but understanding business, understanding managing cash flow, and also understanding how to market the business to so that you could stay in business. So because a lot of our people don't understand that aspect, they may go into business, but then they find, well, then they're out of business because they didn't really think it through. They didn't understand what business they were in. They didn't understand business cycles. They didn't understand things like cash flow. They didn't understand money management. They didn't understand marketing. So there's just a whole range of education that has to happen so that we could be competitive. So we could function on a competitive level with other segments of society.
Absolutely. So that's why I feel having your book listed with other books as a suggested read is so important because we need to do that as well. I personally started one of the recommended books reading with my sisters and my mom, right? So I'm saying, okay, after this, definitely I want to dive into your own and possibly probably do it with some individuals that are in organizations because it's like we need to grow even though I'm seeking to grow, but I want everybody else around me to grow, so that like in Ubuntu, we all rising, we moving up, with each other. And I see that we have to embrace that conversation, embrace knowing. And I'm very looking forward to, getting into your book. But I said I'm gonna hold off for a minute. Let me just finish this one that I'm reading right now. But I will encourage everyone. I'll let you know this book, your book, one of the books is available at the Ethiopian World Federation, local 5. So if anyone is on island, go check out the store so you could get your copy. But where can they also get it, Mr. Weeks?
Sure. Okay. So they could get one on my website, acrossthekingsriver.com, if they want to. If they wanted to get like a autograph copy, they could get that directly from me. But it's available at any major retailer in the U.S. Online. You just Google it. You'll find it's like everywhere in the U.S. It's a very popular book in the U.S. in terms of spiritual. This book is like everywhere, and it's a very popular book. I'm happy to say. So many communities have embraced the book because of
Mm-hmm.
the universal messaging on, okay, how do we grow our spirit? Uh, the importance of ancestors, connecting to ancestors. I even included again a chapter on cuisine. Why did I do that? Because at least growing up from being a Caribbean person, cuisine has always been important to me. So when I think of life and when I think of spirituality, there's no way. I mean, I think of food as an element. I can't conceive of living in this world without thinking about the cuisines that we have. And so I felt it was important to touch on these things that make us who we are, you know? Yes. Mhm.
Yeah. So would you recommend, what age, as far as children, would you recommend that this book be read to?
It varies. It
What do you
depends
think?
on the it's difficult to say. Maybe early teenager. It's difficult to say. Um, but it's important to start having these conversations at an early age. And what happens is that we tend to grow through life without having these conversations at all. And that's and it ties back to why we end up leaving nothing for our children. So, for example, give you an example. So, one of the things I touch on in the section on balancing spiritual and financial growth is the importance of having a trust set up, right? Which is a
Mm-hmm.
legal entity, right? So, what happens to most of us and many of us, we don't do that. We don't have that in place. And so, let's say we die or someone close to us die, well, then the property has to go through the process called probate, right? And which is very expensive and takes a long time. By the time your estate goes through probate, there's nothing left. So,
Mm-hmm.
you see what I'm saying? It becomes a long, drawn out process, and it didn't have to go through that if we had that in place. That is
Mm-hmm.
part of the reason why we are at a standstill, why nothing gets passed down, is because we don't have legal entities like that set up. So when we think about like wealth creation, we tend to think about more. How could I acquire more? But wealth creation is beyond that. It's also about more, but it's also about, okay, how do we pass down what we have, whatever it is that we have, to someone else? That's part of wealth creation. We call that estate planning, estate management. In the book, I talked about, for example, also credit, improving your credit. This is so important for many reasons. We don't have good credit, well, then we tend to get bad rates on mortgages, bad rates on car loans. In the US, some car rental companies won't even rent to you if you don't have a credit, if you don't have good credit. In the US, you don't have good credit, you may not get, they may not rent to you, or they may pass over you for a job promotion. And then life insurance, I touch on that also in the book. A lot of us don't have life insurance. So one of my mentors have this saying, all of us know that we're going to die one day, but we don't think that we are going to die today, right? We don't think it's going to be today, right? So what happens is because we
Mm-hmm.
don't have life insurance also, is then, well, that becomes something else that we don't pass down to our the next. generation. So there's so many key things that and then also one of the things that I talked about in the book was understanding the stock market, right? Just having a basic understanding of the stock market, because what happens is that we miss out on billions and trillions of dollars because we're not involved in any way in the stock market. And now there's cryptocurrency out now, and we're going to
Mhm.
a lot of us are going to miss that wave too because we're not paying attention to it. We
Mhm.
just when it comes to financial things, we tend to be very lax. We tend to be very, very, very lax, very casual. And so happens is that because we're so casual about it, we end up struggling. We
Mhm.
end up in places where the things that we say are important to us, whether they're cultural things or spiritual things, we can't take care of, you know? So we might say, oh, I'm more of a cultural person. That's fine. But if you can't take care of the cultural institutions that matter to you because you don't have any money, well, then what are we doing? You see? So either way we look at it, I mean, so many things comes right back down to how strong are we financially?
Mhm.
I mean, it's just the reality. We may want to go into business, but then do we have enough saved up so that to survive being in business for a few years if sales don't go according to how we want it to go? So, for no matter how we look at it, finances, and then people could say what they want, but our finances also impacts our spiritual and in terms of how we feel emotionally. So if people are struggling emotionally, they tend to feel less confident about the future, right?
Uh-huh.
Or they tend to be stressed out all the time. And because they're stressed out all the time, well, then it impacts their health. Why? Because they're stressed out. The blood pressure is elevated. Maybe they start eating badly. Maybe they start, you know, you see what I'm saying? So it's a cycle. We have to understand
Mhm.
that it's a cycle that affects us emotionally, affects us spiritually, and in so many other ways.
Yeah, so it affects the whole.
It
It
does.
affects the whole.
It
So,
does. It
so
does.
that's why we need like reset our minds,
We have
okay?
to,
To set.
well, exactly. So we have to start with the mind. The mind is what has to reset. And so even though, okay, yes, I touch on financial things in the book, one of the things I always suggest to people that where we have to start is just by taking care of ourselves emotionally, taking care of our mental health, making sure that we are thinking straight and that we have some type of daily spiritual practice to keep us in balance. Because what happens to us, part of the reason why we're in the situation we are in, because we're not thinking straight. Why? Because we don't have the mental clarity that we need to take the action that we need to take. So we're not even thinking straight. And if we don't think straight, then we won't take the actions that we need to take to get to where we want to go. Right. So it's just a cycle. It's like a wheel. So we find that because we're not doing well or thinking well, then we're not taking, we act against our own best interest. Right. That's how we end up acting. Right. So we why because we're not doing the things that we need to do. We do the things that we want to do, but we don't do the things that we need to do, right? Um and then and then because of that, then we struggle more financially, and then because we struggle more financially, well, then we stay in a depressed state, you know and we don't move and act like empowered people should act, because we don't have that confidence, and so it's just a whole mental and spiritual overhaul that we have to do to start
Absolutely.
getting to a place where we make better decisions and we live from a more abundance mindset.
Absolutely. And that's why it's so important, doing this, just making like your book as one of the recommended books for people to choose to read, okay? Because we need to grow as a people and within family. I mean, self. And that's why we say, developing a healthy workforce, focus on self, family, and community. Because once self and family you taken care of, then the community is going to be a representation of the self and family.
Yes,
So we
absolutely.
definitely,
Absolutely.
so it's better
It's
to
true.
start now than wait on your bed, so to speak. If you could change for the better, tell your children them, teach them or advise them, get this book at least. If there's anything that you can do to help them, anything that I would recommend you do is and start. I wish I had done this, when I was younger, but now you have the time to just pass this on, give this a gift to
Yeah,
someone.
exactly. And so it's just a learning, and so like, okay. And to be honest, so like when I was like researching this book and started writing this book, at one time during this book, I did not have life insurance. And I was one of the scholars that I quoted in the book, Dr. Boyce Walkin said, well, if you don't have life insurance, you must not love your family. And when he said that, I said, well, I need to get life insurance then. So then I got life insurance. And then I started working on my credit, because what happened after I left my corporate job in 2011, and then my mom got sick at one point, my credit was not good. My credit was bad. So I
Mm-hmm.
started working on my credit, So I've been working, implementing these strategies too. And so now I'm in the process now of just getting a trust set up for my family. So I don't have, I started that process about a month ago. So I'm in the process of doing some of these things that are my book. And so that's the power of what the book can do if we apply it. It's not just meant for us to read it as such, but to apply some things.
Absolutely.
Pick one thing and
Yes.
apply it, because that's when we start to gain the momentum. We start to improve, and
Mm-hmm.
once we start to improve, then we start to have more confidence, more self-awareness, more confidence, and we start to act like sovereign, like a more sovereign person, a more sovereign soul, instead of here I am at the mercy of life or whatever, right? We start to
Mm-hmm.
have confidence.
Mm-hmm. So again, I'm just very excited. I'm holding it down a bit. I'm gonna be disciplined. I'm gonna finish the book, the first one I'm reading, but definitely this is the second one I'm going to dive into and encourage my family and
Okay, well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I appreciate you.
So I'm gonna big you up. I'm so grateful that you have decided to continue that path. Actually, in terms of building your spirituality, but also seeing how it's tied to everything.
It is. And to your point, I didn't always think of it that way. So it's not like when I started my journey, I was thinking in terms of finance or anything like that. I was not. I was, oh, I'm on
Gradual.
this journey. And then, but as I got deeper and deeper into it, I started to realize, but wait a minute, everybody is struggling so badly financially. And then I started to learn more. And then as I started to learn more, I fell in love with learning about financial things. And it
Hmm.
became a calling. I said, well, I have to do this. There's no way I could not do this. And then when it came time to write the book, I felt it would be, to be honest, I felt it would be dishonest to write a book about spirituality and not talk about finance, because I knew the importance of it, and I said, like, I have to do this. You know what I mean? And so it's something that I feel strongly about, because I seen the impact of what happens to communities when this type of knowledge is not there. And
Absolutely.
it's disastrous, to be honest. When this type of thing doesn't happen, and it doesn't happen a lot, people slip into poverty and they stay in poverty. And then the next
Absolutely.
generation stays in poverty. And then they
So
stay
we
in
gotta
poverty.
break that cycle. That's why
We
we
have to
gotta
break that
break,
cycle. We have to break that cycle, yes. Yes.
and reset so that we can move up. Again, I
We,
commend you. I'm grateful that you wrote this book, and I'm going to share your website, www.acrossthekingsriver.com, for those who can, get it online, or check out the Ethiopian World Federation Local 5 store on St. Croix and get your copy of the book. So I want to thank you. Any last words before?
um, well, my I guess my last word would be is always to have faith in oneself, and to believe that better is ahead, to believe that all is possible, to believe that we all come here with some type of divine gift and divine calling, and we must be dedicated to it. And we must also, I feel, look to the elements within our culture that can uplift us and that can transform us, and then share this, with each other. There's still so much beauty despite all the troubles that we have on in the Virgin Islands and worldwide. There's still some beauty that we can hold on to. So we have to find what that beauty is and uplift it.
Absolutely. All right. Well, Dua, thank you, and all the best on your journey,
Thank you
because
so
I know
much.
it's
Thank
still
you so much.
growing and going.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank
Thank you so
you.
much.
You too.
All
Bye
right.
bye. Okay. All right. Well, there you have it. I'm so grateful that, yes, Brother James Weeks was able to come on this program. For those who missed the live, but definitely you will see the recording. And yeah, so he's from the VI and he's been doing great things, and support this book, support him on his journey, because as he grows, we will grow too. Get the book, read it, do it in a club. You could create your own club, do a family club, okay? Get your children involved. Or if you're in an organization, then create a club. Books which are recommended, okay, in UCU's newspaper as part of developing a healthy workforce. It is important. So I'm sharing also some highlights because the newspaper has this. Um, it has the Black Secret Education Project. Join the finest Black history course online. Learn the true histories of Africa's great civilizations with world Walker. And there's more websites of individuals that are just, I feel, hey, very empowered to just know that this exists. And before before the day expires, so to speak, we will have this May's newspaper available on our website. So please, um, stay in tune. Mojo Caribbean Union Inc. So that you could get the notification. Also, let me see on our website. I don't think there's a notification there, but at least uh, save it, www.ucu.webs.com, as the newspaper will be published there this evening. All right, and we will have shirts coming this month. This all will be in the newspaper I'm showing you right now. Okay, so the t-shirts, it says, it has emoji in the front, and in the back says, unity within self and family make a healthy community. It will be in various colors. These are some of the colors that are shown here. All right, so that's going to be on island soon. Okay, so hey, if you are St. Thomas St. John, will ship some over to you, and then later on it will be available online. Okay, but first we want to try and get those that are going to be on island soon, expanded online. Okay, so please, you can reserve a shirt or two by contacting 1-857-240-2854. We will have water bottles on the way. See, we're promoting health so that you have to drink your water, okay, so that you could um, have enough, replenish the water that you have released, after exercising or whatever exercise you choose to do. If it's yoga at the beach with our or running or walking or what have you want to make sure your body is hydrated. Okay, so we're going to have bottles coming soon. Okay, let me see. Hey, again, you need to stay on track with what you have to do. So get your UCU's calendar. All right, there's probably two available, I think, at the Ethiopian World Federation store. So go there, visit the store, and we will have everyday UCU Kwanzaa everyday book markers. So when you're reading, okay, books such as Meditations Across the King's River, and you want to, you don't want to bend the page, you could just put the bookmarker right in there. All right, so get your bookmarker. So it is soon come, as we like to say, soon come. Reserve it, call us at least, so that we'll put your name down, we'll have your name down, and we'll reserve any of these. Okay, that's listed. The t-shirts, the calendar. Well, I can't guarantee the calendar. Well, you could just still let us know, and if we have to make some more, we'll make some more. Okay, and the bookmarkers, hey, just let us know as well. Oh, wow. Very grateful for having this opportunity to be here with you. And thank you so much for tuning in this Saturday. Watch the recording if you missed the earlier part of this online. And if you, especially if you missed he was visually on live on our YouTube channel. Okay, so although Facebook, you heard his voice, the the video of him is on our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is UCU, Umoja Caribbean Union. Please be sure to subscribe, and definitely looking forward to hopefully within the year if I get some authors of the available for an interview, that will happen. But I will tell you, as stated, um, let me see, regarding natural remedies, I definitely will have some more interviews, and there'll be some local on island. So tune into that. Probably next Saturday, I'll be in a different location, but I'll have a guest on with me so that we could move things even farther. Okay, we are determined. I am, you are, he, she, they are, just determined to be healthier. Okay, starting with self, your family, and naturally the community will be a representation of you, of we. All right, oh, all are we. Okay, so let's do our best. Let's become the best version that is needed right now in 2022. I love you, and I hope that I will see you along the way. I will get to the community announcement, but just stay in tune. Get the newspaper. The community announcements are in the newspaper, and just be involved, because I will see you out there in the community, because I am going out in the community. All right. And we can talk some more and do great things together. Peace, Hetep.